Hi, and welcome to today's outdoor yoga class. Please find yourself a comfortable seated position, finding your sit bones on your mat, maybe making some little movements, finding your alignment so that you're sitting up tall. Diego, this is my kitty Diego. Come back, sweetie. Well, we will see if he visits again. So, bringing your attention inward, maybe placing one hand on the heart and one hand on the tummy, gently closing your eyes or leaving your gaze soft, relaxing, inhaling in through the nose and exhaling out through the mouth. Release, let go. Inhaling in through the nose and exhale, release. Bringing all of your energy from the outside, bring it back inward. This practice is for you. Take a moment to set an intention for class today. Thank yourself for showing up to your mat. Very nice. Placing both hands now on the knees and making small movements of the head, neck, relaxing the shoulders away from the ears. Coming back to the breath. If your mind starts to wander, inhaling both arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Touching the head to the mat, walking the hands back. Let's go ahead and bring our feet out in front of us. Coming into Dandasana, inhaling both arms up, sitting up tall, coming through center, and exhale, forward fold. Breathing into the back. Very nice. Walking with the hands up, inhaling both arms up, and exhale, forward fold. Very good. One more time. Inhaling up through center, sitting up tall, looking up at the clouds and stars, and then exhale. Find your toes if you can with your peace fingers. Very good. I would make some circles with the feet and ankles. Point and flex the toes. Very nice. Bending both knees. We'll clasp the hands behind the back, squeezing the shoulder blades together, opening the heart, lifting up to those clouds and stars. Slight smile, inhaling in and exhaling. Release. Very nice. Let's take a few twists. We'll find our center again. Inhaling both arms up and exhale. Twist to one side, looking over that back shoulder. Inhaling both arms up through center and exhaling, twisting to the other side. And go ahead and do this at your own pace, moving back and forth. One more time on each side. Very good. Placing the feet out in front of us again. One more time, pointing and flexing the toes. making some circular motions. And then sitting up tall, both hips nice on even on the mat. Inhaling up the arms, looking up at the stars and clouds, and exhaling. See how you feel now. Finding your big toe with your peace fingers, inhaling into the lower back. Very nice. Coming onto hands and knees, coming into our tabletop. I will move my treats for my kitty. Put him in the shade over here. Maybe he'll find them. Coming on the tabletop, excuse me. Knees beneath hips, hands beneath shoulders. And then we're going to inhale, pushing the mat away, coming into our cat, and then exhale. Breath of fire, sticking out our tongues, looking up at the sky, inhaling in the cat, and exhaling the cow. And go ahead and move at your own pace. Inhaling. One more time. Very good. Pushing those hips back, coming into a child's pose. Let's walk the fingers out to the as far as you can. Just lengthening the arms. If you can place your head, your forehead on the mat. Take a breath here. And then walking the fingertips to one side, lengthening the rib cage. Taking a breath, walking to the other side, pausing in the posture, taking a big breath in, exhaling, going back and forth at your own pace. And then one more time, coming through center, inhaling both arms up, smile at the stars and clouds, and exhale, finding your child's pose. Rocking the head back and forth, relaxing the head and neck. Very good. Let's tuck the toes now. Stretching, lengthening the soles of our feet, finding your prayer hands and placing them between the knees. Maybe softening your gaze and looking at the top of the mat. Remember why you showed up today. Nice lengthening of the feet. Stretch of the toes. Breathing into those places of tension that you don't want to hurt yourself. But you do want to allow your body to relax into the pose. And whenever you're ready, go ahead and release that posture. Sitting back now on the heels. And then bringing one knee up at a time. Right, for the counter pose. A little lengthening in our ankles. Very nice. Come back onto the hands and knees. One more time. Go ahead and take some authentic movement. Or go into your cat and cow. And then we're going to sit back into our wide knees child's pose one more time, finding our forehead on the mat. Pose. And then walking the hands towards the tip of your mat, maybe coming into a Sphinx pose, low cobra. Very nice. And moving back and forth in this manner, coming into a child's pose or a puppy pose. You can keep the hips up and the elbows down for puppy, or push all the way back into your child's pose. And then just walking towards the tip of your mat. Again, these are whatever movements feel good for you and your body at this moment. And come all the way down to your chin, your cheek. Wag your backside, loosening that lower back. And then pointing the toes behind you, lifting up, maybe interlacing the hands behind your back. Just lift up the chest. Look out in front of you, just slightly in front of your mat. Very nice. And release, dropping the head to one side, shaking your backside. And then finding center, so chin on your mat, interlacing the hands behind your back, lifting up. Remember to breathe. Very nice, and relax. Letting go. And one more time. Interlacing the hands behind the back, and lifting up. Very good. Coming back down, maybe resting the opposite cheek on the mat. Let's place the hands underneath the shoulders and then push up for the low cobra. And maybe move the hands behind a little bit more and push up into upward facing dog. You can look over your left and your right shoulder. Very good. And then pushing all the way back, very gently now. We're coming into child's pose. Nice rounded back. Relaxing the shoulders and the neck. Inhaling into the lower back. Maybe placing your fingertips together. Your thumb and your index fingers. Very good. Pushing up to sit. Let's come on to our feet. Very nice. Rounding all the way up. Let's take a few twists. Standing twists. I was just going to say something and I've forgotten. Go ahead and shake the legs out. they going to do? You're going to stand at the top or the back of your mat, placing the hands at heart center. Thinking again, bringing to mind what you're grateful for. And inhale, both arms up, reaching tall to the sky, reaching those fingertips out, maybe coming up on the tippy toes. That's okay to move around, seeing if you could, how far you can reach, if you could touch your ceiling, pull down the stars, and then release, coming onto the soles of your feet, bringing the hands all the way down to touch your toes, holding opposite elbows, rocking back and forth gently. Very nice. Release. And then ragdoll all the way up. So very slowly, vertebrae by vertebrae. Rounding the shoulders at the top, bringing them back down, away from the ears, inhaling the arms up. And reach up on those tippy toes. Just dance around in your space wherever you are. And then coming back down to the soles of your feet, bringing the hands together through prayer pose all the way down. Touch your toes. Rock back and forth. You can see if you can step on your hands. See if you can bring the soles of your feet to the palms of your hands. And if you can't, that's okay. Just see if you can touch your toes, or maybe just place the hands on your shins. Very nice. And release and come up all the way up. Standing up tall again. Shoulders away from the ears. Let's widen our stance and take a few head rolls. Okay, so keep a little bend in the knee. We don't want to get lightheaded. We don't want to fall over. And going in the opposite direction. Very nice. So standing at the back of the mat again, inhaling both arms up. Exhale, release. Come all the way down to touch your toes. Touch the mat if you can. And then placing the hands on the shins, not your knees, but your legs. Inhale, halfway look up. It's a nice flat back. And then exhale, forward fold. I'm going to walk the hands out so we come into a plank. And we'll just hold this plank for a moment. Keeping your hips up, not too high, not too low. And then we're going to move to one side. So this is, I don't know, intermediate version. Keeping both feet on the mat. But if you want to modify and keep a knee down, one knee down to the mat, or intensify it by lifting that top leg up, do whatever suits you. And then coming back through center, and then doing the same thing on the other side. Very nice. Pushing back into child's pose. Very good. Let's take our feet, some nice stretches. Bring those toes underneath and then sitting back on the heels. Taking your prayer pose hands, placing them between the knees. Connecting with your breath. Bringing energy to those places that hold tension. And if you need to release, release at any time. Slowly, slowly, slowly. And lift one knee at a time. Very good. Let's stand up again. Come to a standing position, however you like. Coming up slowly, remember, keep a little bend in the knees. You don't want to be lightheaded and get dizzy. Taking some twists. Very good. Coming to the back of the mat again. We're going to stand on our tippy toes one more time. So inhale, both arms up. Reach up to the sky and then come up on those tippy toes. Keep reaching. Really push yourself. So if you have to dance around your room, that's perfect. Right? And then when you're ready, come down, bringing the soles of the feet to the mat, bringing your hands together, coming through prayer pose, and then reaching for those toes. Very nice. Again, rocking back and forth gently. And then coming to center, placing the hands on the shins underneath the knees. Inhale, look halfway up. And then exhale, bringing the hands all the way down to the mat again and walking across, coming into that plank. Holding here, remembering to breathe. Creating heat in the body. Strength. Determination. And if you need to modify, please modify. Whenever you're ready, come into our side plank again. And keep the hips up. We don't want the hip to be too close to the mat. Trying to stay in alignment. Bringing the knees to the mat. And we'll meet in child's pose. And if you want to, you can run through a chaturanga. Or you can rest with your forehead on your hands. Very nice. Sitting up tall. Let's bring the legs out in front and just bring the soles of the feet together. So if you're home, if you're in your bedroom, your family room, and you have some pillows you could put underneath your knees for support, please do that. My legs, you know, come all the way out, but if you have a block or a pillow to rest on, this could be a very sweet opening for our hips. Just want to find a comfortable position in this somewhat uncomfortable position. Then try to sit up tall, focusing on your breath. We'll hold here for a few minutes. So you could play with this position too. You can bring the heels of the feet closer to your body. See how that feels? And you can also bring it further away, making more of a diamond shape. See how that feels. Whatever you do, be gentle with yourself. And then, whatever you choose, find some stillness. Now, one more layer to this. And this is really great if you do have a bolster or a pillow that you can put behind you so that it runs the length of your spine. Uh, so you can lean over your pillow or your bolster, bending your knees, having the soles of your feet together, coming into this Supta Baddha Konasana posture. Or if you don't have props like I don't at the moment, I can still do this. Not quite as comfortable, not quite as comfortable, but I feel it working. So either you can choose to have your arms out to either side, palms facing up, or you can place one hand below your belly button and the other on your heart. Connecting with your breath, feeling how the breath moves through your body. If having the soles of your feet are just a little too much here, if you don't have pillows to rest your knees on, you can go ahead and stretch out, lengthen those legs. We're not in Shavasana yet. We're not, or at least not in our final Shavasana. Just want to bring back that sense of appreciation for yourself, for the time you spend taking care of others. Inhale to rejuvenate with life force energy. And exhale, releasing, letting go of everything that doesn't serve you. Very nice. And bring bending the knees, bringing the feet towards the bum, See if you can touch your heels with your hands now. Nice straight spine. So if the pillow's underneath you, please get rid of the pillow. We're just gonna come all the way back, but with our knees bent. So if you had the pillow, no more pillow. We're gonna come into bridge. So placing the palms of your hands on the mat, touch the backs of your heels, and then inhaling up, pushing up the hips, and then squeezing those shoulder blades together, interlacing the hands even, and then raising the hips high, remembering to breathe, keeping the head facing upward. You can close your eyes if you like. The chin is close to your chest here. And then just keep thinking, pushing those, lifting the hips up, lifting the pelvic bone up. Maybe there's some fire in your glutes or your quads. Very nice. And release. Let's release fully by bringing the legs to the chest and hugging yourself, rocking back and forth gently. Take some circles with the knees. Nice massage on the lower back. Very good. Let's do that again. Setting up for the position, keeping your alignment. When you're ready, inhale, push up. And exhale, release. Very nice. One more time. Hug those legs to chest. Rock back and forth. Let's find our happy baby. So opening the legs, keeping the knees bent, bringing the hands between your legs, and then bringing them to the outside of your feet. Hold onto your feet and rock back and forth. Give your feet a massage. Maybe bring a slight smile to your face. And you can play in this position. Let's lengthen one leg and the other. Hugging the right knee to your chest and lengthening that left leg. Bringing the left leg up. Coming into a stretch. Maybe make some big circles with that outstretched leg. Support yourself wherever you need to. You need to bring one hand out to the side. Try to stay in your alignment, right? With spine nice, flat on the mat. Both hips staying, touching the mat evenly. Back of the head on the floor, the ground as well. And you can go in the opposite direction. And then switch legs, bringing that left leg near you and lengthening the right. Again, right? Finding the support that you need. Listen what feels good in your body. What sort of stretches do you need in this moment? Okay, we're just lengthening. That's all we're doing. We're just lengthening. Go in the opposite direction. Bringing both knees to chest. We'll come into our twist. So again, everything's in alignment. Bringing the arms out to T. And then taking both knees. Where do you want to go? Both knees down to the left. And just leave the head up at the ceiling, up at your sky. Remember to breathe. Coming through center. Dropping the knees to the other side. Coming into our supine twist. And then bringing the knees to center one last time. Giving yourself a hug. And then coming all the way down for Shavasana. Take up some space, right? Open up the heart space. Let your hands relax, palms to the sky. Toes fall out to either side of your body on the outside of your mat. Taking these last moments for yourself. To inhale deeply. You are perfect how you are. You're perfect where you are. You're perfect for what you've done. It's enough. And now, while we're lengthening our bodies on the ground, bring the hands overhead. Inhale deeply, lengthen, reaching for one wall with the fingertips and for the opposite wall with your tippy toes. Very nice. Giving your knees a hug and then coming up slowly, gently, maybe with the eyes still closed, or you can begin to let some of the sunlight in. You can find your lotus pose, your half lotus pose, your easy pose, finding that comfortable seated position. Bringing one hand to the heart and one hand to the belly one more time. Thanking yourself for being here today. You are enough. Good job. Bring our hands to heart center, and we'll end our class with the sound of one Om. Inhale for Om. Hands to the third eye. May you always see beauty, may you always hear truth, and may you always know love. Namaste. Taking your head to the mat in a bow. Thank you for being here, and I'll see you next week. Bye.